It worked. All right, what's up? It's Keith Kalfas, and in this video, I'm going to break down and discuss social media, internet marketing, project management, goals, deadlines, timelines. We're going to talk about a lot and break it down, and what we're doing is we're creating a blueprint to take an internet business and manage the social media content that is going out into the public, and then what goes on, not only that what everybody sees on all the social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn, TikTok, and then on your website and your blog, but also what goes on in the back end to make all this stuff work, so you have content being pumped out without you having to do it all yourself. And you need to build a team, okay? So you can't build a team so they're willing to work for free unless you have a few things monetized. So in the beginning, you have to do all this stuff yourself that I'm going to talk about. And then this is really part of the marketing progression pyramid that I talk about in one of my talks, the MPP, which is you start out by yourself and then you get to the point where you build a team around you that helps you do this stuff, and you all benefit from each other because the people in the team have their own things going on, and we all learn together because we have similar paths, right? So I'm itching because I have poison ivy on my leg. Oh, sorry. All right, so here's a funnel, and tofu is top of funnel. And then the top of funnel is literally, you got social media. Excuse me, the allergies are popping. Okay. All social media platforms, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, all of them. And then we can also talk about paid media and organic media coming into the funnel. So you have paid media, which is running ads, and then you also have organic. And you want to build organic up to everything is tried and true and proven first, which means you want to see, what's up? Ta-da.
No, you're good.
You want to see everything happening and gaining traffic and working organically. Once you find systems that work organically that are scaling on their own organically, that's when you begin to introduce paid traffic. But the challenge of trying to post, 3 times a day on Instagram, and once a day on LinkedIn, and then 2 to 3 videos a week on YouTube, which is either just making a quick talking head video like this or creating a full vlog, and then having a content marketing syndication strategy of what are you gonna post. I think that you should have maybe 3 different things that you do. You can do vlogs, you can do how-to videos, and then you can do personal life stuff, or you can do videos about motivation. Whatever it is, you find out those topics you talk about, and you just keep rotating those topics, and you don't go outside of that spectrum. So that means, like, if you talk about, I talk about how to start a landscaping business and personal development and motivation stuff. I'm not gonna start talking about baseball and football and food and all this other crap. If you wanna do that on a different channel, because you're gonna confuse your audience if you are trying to do everything, right? But if you're posting, let's say you post once a day on TikTok, and you post once a day on Snapchat, and then you do an IG story, you post 3 times a day on Facebook, so on and so forth. Here's where you need to build a team. Just working a day job or a day business, and whether or not that business is integrated with your social media posting or not. I integrate my business with what I do on social media because I don't have any other time to talk about a totally different topic. But you just posting on fucking social media alone takes your entire day, right? And now you can take, and you're not really supposed to do this, but you can take the same exact media, the same video, and I'm going to show you a method right now, which what I need help on, what we all need help on, and John watching too. If you take one YouTube video and you shoot and you film a video, this is the content syndication strategy, and then that video is done and it gets uploaded, tagged, titled, headline, described, keywords, everything onto YouTube, and then shared across other platforms. You can also download that same exact video natively and then chop that video up and take the best sections of that video. Here's the part where I'm teaching you. John, who's filming right now, is actually learning what I do here, the way we do it. This is Kalfas Media, which is my business. And to learn this, to understand, so we take the best part of the video and we take 60 seconds of it, and now that natively doesn't mean it native means the actual video gets uploaded natively into the Instagram channel on the feed with its own tag and titles and descriptions, which are very similar because it's the same video, same topic, same subject, but you take the best 60 seconds of that YouTube video and it gets uploaded to Instagram. And then you take the best 15-second increments of that 60-second video, and then you chop that up with the Instagram Story Cutter app, 15-second clips, and that gets uploaded to Instagram Stories. Now, because Facebook owns Instagram, you just save time by auto sharing all that shit to Facebook and pumping it out to your Facebook fan page, right? So now you have clips, entire videos, and segments being pumped out to Facebook. Preferably minimum once a day, but 2 to 3 times a day. And you can go, what was it? 7, 11, 3, 7. So 7 a.m. when the morning people will see it. 11 a.m. when the people before lunch, so their lunch, they see it. 3 p.m. so the people in the afternoon who check their phones see it. And then 7 p.m. so the people who are settling down after dinner scrolling on their phone will see it, right? So you're posting at different times, because even though there are people that are totally addicted to their fucking phones and they're always looking at their phone all the time, there are people who only check their social media a couple times a day, and you're increasing the chances of you following up on their feed. Now, if you post too much, you're gonna piss people off, and so that's why you post at different times. But how are you gonna do all that? This is crazy. Every single thing I'm talking about has its own complete online course and strategy, and somebody who's an expert is an entire career in and of itself. You can't manage all this shit yourself. I do this, and it's crazy. I don't have a life, man. It's crazy. My life is all over the internet. I'm going insane. But now you take this shit. Now, in Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Jab, 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 Right Hook, he specifically talks about the different social media platforms and says you should not be sharing the same exact content, because if people know that they can get the same exact content on any platform from you, it's just the same video, then it's not really that special. But if you have unique content that's unique to the native language of that platform, the stuff you talk about on Facebook is different than your actual YouTube videos, is different than funny TikTok stuff, is different than your Snapchat, which I don't really like to post on Snapchat anymore because Snapchat is really dying because Instagram stories took over everything, so fuck Snapchat. I still post on Snapchat because I was getting 1,500-1,800 views per snap. Now I'm only getting like 200 to 300, but I still post. Why? Because I still have an audience on Snapchat, and I'm still at least once a week getting on there doing something. Because when I'm ready to, why are we doing all this? When I'm ready to do the quarterly online launch and make money by serving the audience, serving them, giving them value, making them laugh, giving them inspiration, sharing, then I'm going to pull them into a quarterly launch 4 times a year. Each quarter you have a soft launch, heavy launch, soft launch, heavy launch. So you have a product launch, you're selling a new book, you're selling an online course, you're doing this big thing, you're whatever that launch is. That's where you go when you sell your ass off and you pull everybody into the funnel and you bring them to your opt-in. Your opt-in page brings them to your email list. And you do that through an ethical bribe. That's where you give away a free PDF download or a white paper report or a free 3 video series, or if you're in the music business, you give away free beats. If you give away free shit. hopefully free digital things that don't cost you any money. They can download 1, 1,000, 100, or 1,000,000 of them. It doesn't cost you anything. But you're pulling people into this email thing, you're pulling them in, you're collecting the emails, and you're getting all of the socioeconomic, the data, like Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Instagram ads. Facebook collects 140 or more different data points on people, their demographic. It's basically a customer avatar. That's an entire different hour-long video, but who's your customer? Mine. He's 24 to 34 years old. His name is Joe. He lives in a one-bedroom apartment with his wife. He just knocked her up. I mean, his fiance, he just knocked her up, and he's scared because he doesn't make enough money in his job and he wants to start his own landscaping business. When I talk to Joe, all these Joes show up. I'm talking to Joe. But Joe doesn't have a lot of money to spend, so that's why I don't make $1 million a year yet. Your audience has to, number 1, want to buy, number 2, be able to buy. So if you're selling 14-year-old kids video game techniques and strategies, and they don't have credit cards, they can't buy your shit. If you're selling financial information to people that are in their 40s who already make over $100,000 a year, John's got a master's degree and make $100,000 a year. You can make $1 million off a year just selling, because John can blow $1,000 on your advice, your online course, your coaching, your consulting, your new book, all that type of stuff, right? But the whole reason that you're pumping out all this information across all the social media platforms and you're sharing all this stuff in vlogs and videos is, 1, you can make money off of YouTube AdSense. I make money off YouTube AdSense. We get 400, 500,000 views a month off YouTube, and it's all monetized, right? 2, which is a more advanced strategy, is you can do brand deals and sponsorships. You reach out, or they reach out to you, depending on how much noise you're making in the marketplace. These companies say, hey dude, I'll send you this thing, I'll give you this free tool. You make a video about it. Or I'll give you $500 if you make a video about this. So it becomes part of the brand deal sponsorship. It makes money, so you build an infrastructure around it. And now, this is where, I mean, I could talk for hours about this, but we have virtual assistants now that are helping us. Like, I've got Excel spreadsheets, and I pay a data miner, a virtual assistant, to go out and, I shouldn't even be telling you all this shit. I'm not even, fuck, I'm giving you everything right now.
Can I come in there?
Come in. This is John, everybody.
So this is what everyone's not telling you on YouTube that you'll get from this guy right here. Everything that Gary's saying and everything else, they leave a little bit of that stuff out of there, of the information out of there, so you can't do what all these other people are doing, like Gary Vaynerchuk. Sorry.
Yeah, they're not gonna fucking tell you. So I'll just come out and tell you, I have a virtual assistant, and her job is they data mine, and they go and they find all these companies, name, contact, email, first name, last name, their website, who's the marketing coordinator for these companies that is in charge of finding influencer marketing deal partnerships. And then we data mine all these companies, and we find out their Instagram profile, and then I have another social media, a virtual assistant, which has done this in the past, but we're getting all this ramped up to full time now, is that they're gonna go in and thumbs up and like and heart and follow and comment on those people's pages and start to do what's called a Dream 100 list. We have Dream 100 lists for our own influencers and Dream 100 lists for influencer marketing strategy as me being an influencer reaching out to companies. So it goes data in, data out. It's outbound marketing and inbound marketing, right? This is marketing strategy, right? And so we want to do an email sequence to these companies. We want to get on the phone with them, and we want to pull them in, and if we are a good fit, we do a deal. So we sign a contract, and they send us tools or equipment, or they pay us money, and then if there's enough in the budget, I call up my friend Quentin, who's a professional filmmaker, and then we literally get thousands of dollars on camera gear, and we make a professional high-end video. I pay Quentin his cut, I pay him well, and then I make a couple $100 off the deal myself. I've even made a couple grand off these videos, but you gotta pay taxes and all this shit. It's a real company. But I know guys who are making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month just doing that on top of YouTube money. So the YouTube money is just like, I make $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 off YouTube. They're making 50 grand a month doing all these partnership and brand deals. But these companies won't even fuck with you unless you're sending them stats and analytics and reports showing, hey, look, I'm getting 1 million views a month. You want to be part of this? What's going on with your marketing? How much money are you spending on marketing next quarter? Is there an alignment? This is all strategy, right? But the whole reason I'm trying to even do these brand deals is so I can make money to build my team, because I don't want to be some marketing bitch who's a sellout on the internet, who's just like, they're working for these companies. I have my own goals and dreams. You might have your own goals and dreams. Mine is to, I want to help this guy. You need money to sustain the message. You can't make the vlogs that you want to make and have fun making videos with your family and do all this fun shit and travel making laptop money unless you need money to help people, right? So I do some of these brand deals to supplement and subsidize the income in my internet business to afford me to do what I love, which is help this guy Joe get out of a shitty 1-bedroom apartment, help his marriage, help him get his little business off the ground so he can stop working for the man for fucking $12 an hour and not put a gun in his mouth. I'm dead serious, right? But
you talking about me?
no, that's Joe. You're John. So, but that's why. So when you're just posting a bunch of fucking shit on the internet all the time, you're missing the point. All you're doing is content marketing. Hey, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Okay, people looked at it. Who cares? How does that really benefit you besides putting your life and all your shit all over the internet? It's a business. So if you put a yearly, this is my battle boards over here. We're not gonna do too much on this, but this is where I'm speaking on different stages around the country. These are launches that are happening. The book launch, the funnels are being built. We're coming out with a brand new book. There's gonna be an online course. I do coaching one-on-one on Monday nights. People go to the website, they buy coaching. And if you look all the way over here, oh yeah, you can do that. Now zoom in on the camera with the lens. That's the focus.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, zoom in all the way. I know you can't see from here, but all of this is all the projects all lined out and organized in each category of everything that needs to be done, and all that stuff is getting done. But that's all the projects that are going on. So when I talk about quarterly launches, and what we're doing is we're starting wide and we're narrowing in to the most important is, I'm excited now. Here's the year, the fiscal year, the annual year. You got Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Okay, my launches are all leading up to a live event. It's called right here, the Marketing ROI. I'm gonna be all ADD. It's the Marketing ROI online workshop. It's where people fly from all over the country and they come to my live event and they get their lives changed and they learn how to market and run their business better, right? So, okay, so Q1 is a launch. We just do a promotion where we're selling a course or doing this thing. Everybody can come in and we have a big webinar and then people buy shit. But it's not really that big, but Q2 might be a big launch, right? Q3 is a smaller launch. And then Q4 is the big launch again, right? That's where we have a new online course coming out. You know, it could be $500 or $1,000, depending on your audience. And then you're gonna get bonuses, which the free bonuses are gonna be like other courses and books and things you've created that tangentially connect to what you're selling. Like if you sell a business course for $500, you're also going to sell marketing. You're going to give away a free marketing course and some social media stuff with it and all these tools that they can use to better their business. You might even give away a free 1-hour coaching call with you personally for everything that you do. So coming in Q4, 6 weeks out before the launch, you want to start seeding and threading this and preparing your audience without them even knowing that you're actually preparing them to build up the anticipation to sell them something. So you might be on like Instagram or something, or like we're posting, we're making funny videos and content and how-to stuff, and we're just talking and everything's free, it's fine. Hey, I don't have anything to sell you. because I don't right now. But 6 weeks out, I might be like, oh yeah, by the way, I got a new book coming out soon. But anyways, I just planted that little seed. Or by the way, if you want to learn about this thing in the future, we're putting together this whole online course. So you start pulling your audience into a story where I can talk for 20 hours straight. I'm not fucking kidding about all this shit. I'm just trying to say your social media starts to now gravitate and narrow down into a story where you're talking to Joe or whoever your customer avatar is in a very specific way. So now they're really dialing in. And then you start talking about, here's one method by the Product Launch Formula by Jeff Walker. The Reluctant Hero. Hey, a lot of you guys keep asking me, and I'm getting messages on Facebook and on Instagram, how do you actually really, what are the nuts and bolts of how to launch your own business? You know, I've thought about it, and you guys keep asking me, and I've decided I'm going to put together an entire online course about how to do this. And I want you guys to help me do it. So in the comments below, I want you to start commenting all the questions you have, of all the things that should include inside of this online course. People support what they help create, right? That's a huge psychology thing you learn about in Robert Cialdini's Persuasion and Persuasion books and stuff about influence. So now you're getting them excited because you have a new book coming out, you have a new online course, you have a live event, and you start talking about it a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. While you're on the back end at night and on the weekends, you're actually building this thing and creating this whole course. It's a lot of fucking work, dude. That's why you need a team to help you do this. So while you're working your day job and you're creating this course and spending time with your family and trying to get some fucking sleep, you're also still posting 25 times a day on social media. How the fuck are you supposed to do vlogs and content and post on social media and be building a course at night and writing your best-selling book and speaking on stages and spending time with your family and working a fucking day job? You can't do all that. I tried to do it and I had a nervous fucking breakdown. I was laying there fucking twitches. I couldn't even fucking do it. So that's why you need to build a team. But you can't build a team if you don't have any fucking money. How do you get the money? You gotta do all this shit yourself for a couple years and stop posting a bunch of shit on the internet all the time and get really step back and say, whoa, 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 why am I posting this? Who am I talking to? Why am I talking to them? And then people will start, when you start doing shit like this and you start making a couple bucks on the internet and now you're reviewing a product, what do these people say in your audience? All the people who used to watch you for free, they'll say, what changed with you? You're a fucking sellout. You're selling out. You're supposed to give me everything for free forever. Forever until you die. Because you know what happens? When you go broke as fuck and now you can't make the videos and vlogs that you love making and the family vlogs and all the shit that makes you happy because you're not making any money. It's killing you. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna be there for you? No, they're not. They're gonna be like, he's a loser. I'm just gonna go watch the next person on YouTube. They don't care about you like you think they do. You're nothing but entertainment to them. You're cannon fodder. It's like a whole cold, hard, disgusting pill to swallow that once you get over yourself and over your desire to be seen and heard and be famous because you fucking grew up poor as fuck and your dad was beating your ass and fucking drinking whiskey and and you were abandoned. You were abandoned. You fucking face it. That's why you make videos on social media, fucking TikTok, is because you want to be seen and heard. You want to be famous. You want to be somebody. Well, guess what, motherfucker? You ain't shit. And you ain't gonna be nobody. I'm just playing.
We should make a song right there. I wanna be somebody.
I wanna be somebody. You do, motherfucker. Now listen. You're like, I ain't turning watching Kalfas no more. He said the F word 6 times in 7 minutes. Unsubscribe. Well, if you don't get my point, dude, I'm blending humor in with it to massage through these areas so you don't cry. So once you get over yourself and you realize that nobody really actually cares, and what's most important is your family, your personal health, your mental health, getting proper nutrition and eating and sleeping, spending time with your family so your wife doesn't leave you. Well, I didn't need you anyways, bitch. I'm making videos. Well, that's only gonna last so long, because then you realize that she was the person who really loved your ass and was trying to tell you. But that's why you gotta make money. Money sustains the message. And there are gonna be people that feel like you're turning your back on them and all this, and fuck them, dude. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be an asshole, and I hope that doesn't get out like publicly what I just said. They're not gonna be at your funeral, dude. I get 200 to 300 people a day, every day, 10,000 messages a month, including all the comments of everything, and a lot of these people want something from me for free. I really genuinely care about these people that I don't even know. I really care about Joe. But, you know, and Joe really cares about me. I know that, some of the Joes. But you gotta put things in perspective. So there's all these skills you have to learn and navigate through having these little micro breakdowns and depressive times where you give up and you don't wanna make videos no more and you don't know why you're doing it. Like, it's a long, hard journey. But once you realize that you can put all this on, hang it all on a framework and turn it into a real ethically viable business, then you can start to get somewhere with it. And I've been through all this shit. I got 8 YouTube channels. I publish 2,000 videos. We're putting out about 20 pieces of content a day right now. And I started taking the money I was making on YouTube and doing this and using the money to hire people to help me so I can help them, because they got their own dreams and their own careers and all the things that they're doing too, and we all work together. So you need somebody to help you put your course together. You need somebody to help you build YouTube thumbnails. You need somebody to help you. If I write a blog once a month, we put out, we're doing twice a month now, 1,000-word minimum blog post article, all about business, success, marketing, all that stuff. They're well-written blog posts, keithkalfas.com/blog, right? I'm up all night writing these blog posts, dude. Then I have my wife helping me, and she's my new project manager. She's so excited. Yeah, that worked about 2 months. Because my wife didn't want to work for me. She has her own thing going on, right? Just like you start looking around, who can help me? My wife. Like, if it works, it works. But if the shit don't work, stop trying, because the shit ain't gonna work. You need a secretary, you need all these people, but all these people cost money. But all you need is a few. Once these people help you, now you can stop spending your whole day just posting shit on social media, because it's like a Ferris wheel or a carnival, or like, you know, like you're riding a mountain bike and you're like in first gear pedaling really fast going nowhere, but you got to get into second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh gear, where now you're pedaling slow but you're hauling ass. I'm telling you, you lie to yourself and you think that you can make all this content on social media and do all this stuff and write a best-selling book and do an online course. It doesn't fucking work. There's no way you're gonna do it. You have to sacrifice and spend the money and hire people who know what they're doing, who can help you do the shit. Oh, so that means that you're not gonna keep 100% of the money you make anymore, just like a real business. You know, now the profit margins are actually a lot higher with an internet business, because it's not a physical deliverable. You're delivering most of the time a digital product. In a physical world, like an actual service business, excuse me, the reason my profit margin is only 25% in my actual landscaping business is because physical men have to go out and actually physically lay rocks and install shit, or fucking, in the digital world, you can just deliver products in the middle of the night while you're sleeping that are digital. There's no bottleneck like that. So the profit margins go up 50, 60, 70, 80%. But if you want to get to the next level, you need to have people help you do it, which lowers your profit margin, which means you have to make 5 times the amount of money. So let's just say you make $1,000 a month on the internet. Well, you might have to pay out $750 of that money to have people help you, and you have taxes and all type of stuff. And now you're literally back down to making, you're like, I'm making $1,000 a month on the internet. Now you're stuck because you're trying to do all this shit and you're only making $1,000. You gotta have people help you. So now you're back down to making $250 a month on the internet, but you got all this shit happening, right? And it just goes on and on and on. You gotta build like a real business. So anyways, now that you see that this is all leading up to product launches, the reason we film these videos, the reason we put them on the internet, the reason we pull people into the funnel is so we can eventually get their name and email address. We send them to a page I use Kajabi. You click the link in the description below to sign up for Kajabi. It's just like ClickFunnels, but I think Kajabi is way better. They go to a page. They can get a free book, a free video series, a free download in exchange for their email address. It's an ethical bribe. You're bribing them. Hey, if you give me your name and email address, I'll give you this thing. But here's where the money is made. There's a video of you, hey, what's up? I'm Keith Kalfas, and I'm going to give you this free book. Or it's just like it looks like a book or a report or anything, right? If you do video editing, you can give them this free LUT design or graphics package, whatever, right? But you bump them to a one-time offer. So it's OVO is opt-in value offer. The opt-in means the opt-in name and email address, then you give them value and you make them an offer. So a value could be a 3 free video series, or you give them value in the form of a really intense video that opens their eyes to stuff, or a free PDF white paper report, maybe in the financial or gold or silver or stocks, whatever, man. Right? Then you make them an offer. The offer is, hey, I'm gonna make you an OTO, which is a one-time offer. The one-time offer is, I have this thing. It's an online course, it's a book, it's coaching, whatever. It normally costs $1,000. Or we did a live event and everybody paid $1,000 a ticket. I'm gonna give it to you for 1/10 of the price right here, right now on this page, the OTO. But if you click away from this page, you won't be able to get anywhere else, right? You're making them a one-time offer. They watched your social media content, they like it, then eventually you said, click the link in the description below the video to get my free thing, or we do text message marketing too. Text the word untrapped, because my podcast is the Untrapped Podcast. We just hit top 100 in entrepreneur category. We're like number 57 in the world. We have 160,000 downloads now, but anyways, see, I just told you to go check out my podcast, and you didn't even know I just implanted that in your brain. Right? Where when you go there, I'm going to sell you more shit. Because I got ads and sponsorship, people in the I hire professional radio. I don't think I'm cool or anything. I'm excited. I genuinely love this process. I grew up poor as fuck. We had lived in 34 homes, food stamps and welfare. My mom died of a heroin overdose, and my dad was fucking beating my ass because I was fucking burning a G.I. Joe over the stove when I was like 9. Were you there, John? When I set the G.I. Joe on fire in the projects?
I don't know. I might have.
Were you there when I was brushing my teeth over the plate and it was going all over the plate in the kitchen and my dad started beating the shit out of me?
Yes.
That was you.
Or
I deserve that shit.
Or those mentha crystals you used to burn all the time. Almost set the stove on fire.
I remember the mentha.
Oh, it's gonna make us healthy. Let's breathe this mentha crystals in.
All right. So, all right. Basically. But you can't just give them the free thing and try to sell them something. Because they're like, hey, you tricked me. Don't ever trick people or ever trade your audience's trust for money. Your audience comes first and the trust comes first. You are really actually talking to Joe. Don't you ever fucking betray Joe. If you got something for sale or you have a product, it has to be transparent. And if you own that shit, Joe doesn't care. But if you ever try to trick Joe, there's a problem. No fuckery. Okay? Now, but you say, hey, Joe, thanks so much for coming to this page. You got the free PDF download. This is the sales page, which is the one-time offer. You say, now the sales page has a video. It has the nice colors. It looks like a website page, and it looks very professional and nice. And there's a video of you or me talking. And there's some copy, which is salesmanship in print, very well-written print, around the needs and wants and aspirations and frustrations and fear of Joe. And then there's a buy now button so he can buy that shit and put his credit card in. You get money, he gets the thing. But you say, what's up, Joe? Thank you so much for coming to this page. The free PDF download or the free video series or the cool free thing I told you I was gonna give you for free is on its way to your name. They gave you your name and email. It's on its way to your email inbox. It'll be there in about 5 minutes, which is really your automated Kajabi just sent it a link so they can get the free thing. It's on its way to your email inbox. It'll be there in about 5 minutes. But before you go there, I want to make you a I can't even say it. I want to make you a one-time offer. It's the latest. It's the greatest. Because here's the thing that I'm gonna give you for free is just a Scooby snack. It's a sample. It's good shit. I'm telling you, you can go out in the real world and get real results with it. Now you want to give them good shit, not bullshit. You want to give them good shit that they can actually go out in the world and do and get real results. Like, and they come back. Well, I like this Keith Kalfas guy. I did what he said and made me money. Right? Now, just because, there are a lot of people who are takers, they're going to just take from you incessantly from years. Because I have like 93,000 subscribers on YouTube. We get 1 million views, 1.3 million views a month. And I have all these fucking Joes that are always messaging me for like 5 years, constantly trying to get free advice from me, and they want free shit, they want my time. Will you just get on a call with me? Just one call, please. And I go and I type their name in my Kajabi, my system, where I have an entire database of everybody who's ever put their name and email with. I have 11,000 of these people. Here, let me lower this a little. It's driving me nuts because you can't see the little trick I do when I shake my knees. I look like a fucking weirdo.
Oh, I can go back a little more than that too.
There we go. See when I put. Yeah, yeah, that's good. So I type my name in. I type their name in, and I look at Joe's been following me for 5 years, and Joe has never spent a nickel with me. Yet he always has found a way to get my free advice, to get me on a Facebook call, to get and I got a whole bunch of these guys that are sending me pictures, telling me all their family problems, everything that's going on in their business. You can very quickly get caught into helping all these people. What I'm doing, John, is I'm telling all these stories and all this stuff, but I'm actually, whether you're aware or not, I'm actually teaching you a whole bunch of shit that you're like, why is he talking about all this? Because later on, it's all gonna oh, I remember, this is it's like hypnotic storytelling where you're learning at quantum speeds and getting entertained at the same time. I was like, what?
He thinks I'm not listening. This stuff is going to be absorbed in this little tiny head all night long. Or I'm going to download this and I'm going to listen to it all night long. So I'm at this spot to make some money.
You can do it. I'm saying, you know how I'm telling these side stories and talking about these frustrations and you're up all night stressing out? Because it's fucking true. This is the stuff. I've spent 20 grand on these guys' online courses, and there's some good shit out there. But they don't. When you get a guru who's making $5 million a year teaching you how to make money online, if he tells you that he got in a fight with his wife last night and she's like, I'm gonna divorce you, and he cried and shit, and had to work it out with her till 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's why he's got bags under his eyes, because he was trying to do this online course, his credibility goes down in your eyes. You're like, well, fuck, if he's the man, he ain't the man. So they don't reveal to you and tell you how hard this shit really is, how much sacrifice it takes. But anyways, you're gonna sell them what's called the whole enchilada. I love Mexican food. Oh my God, I love Mexican food. The whole enchilada, right, with the cheese and the salsa and the beans and the fucking sour cream and the Cholula hot sauce. Dude, fuck this video. I'm going to get some nice.
Lunchtime.
I really want some. If you want some, I'll order some DoorDash. We can have it delivered. So, you're selling them the whole enchilada at what's called a no-brainer deal. So this thing's $1,000. It really is. If we do the stack, which is the offer stack, you tell them you're gonna get this and this and this, you're gonna get all these things. It's worth, realistically, it's worth $6,472.14. Very specific. Where'd the 14 cents come from? Well, it's there for a reason.
Taxes.
Taxes. And that's, yeah, like John said. You're gonna get all this for a one-time easy payment of $297. That's a 9. So, if you can't afford it, we're gonna break it up into 3 easy payments of $100 per month, or $110 per month. You can get in right now and get access to everything. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. But it's a 6-week online course that gets drip fed to you. Once a week, you get more information. Now here's what you do. Don't you fucking tell anybody about this. Here's a month, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. But it's a 6-week online course. You give them all good stuff, but you save the really, 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 really good stuff for the last 2 weeks. But boop, then they're like, I know I'm a liar and I'm a victim and I gave you the $297 and you have a 30-day money back guarantee, but my plan was to rip Kalfas off. I'm gonna take advantage of that 30-day money back guarantee, which is fine, right? Anybody doesn't like your stuff, no questions asked, you give them a full refund. It's part of the business. You don't ever wanna you have to be, I know I'm joking around, you have to be really ethical and give people really good information. Because if they buy an online course from you or they buy a product and you sell them a piece of shit, they're never gonna buy from you again and you're out of business. It's your fault. So this is all about being a good man, a good person, a good woman, doing the right thing. But the 30-day money back guarantee, if you make it a 6-week online course, they were planning on, some of these people, a small percentage, were planning on buying the thing and then on day 29 sending you an email saying, give me a refund. Thanks for the free shit, idiot. They're trying to rip you off, some of these people. So what you do is you make it a 6-week online course because it passes the 30-day money back guarantee and you save the really good stuff for last. So they have to stay on board for the last 2 weeks to learn the rest. But hopefully, here's the way you really want to do this. In that first week, or the beginning of your thing that you're selling or giving them, you want it to be so fucking good that when they get in, they're like, oh my God, this was really worth $1,000. I cannot believe I got this for only $297. So this is sales and marketing methods and all these type of things. But you deliver online courses and products in the form of they get access to your website, just like they get access to Beats or Invado Markets or anything like that. And then you want to develop a subscription model, 7, 10, 12, 19, 20 bucks a month. A percentage of those people get in and their credit card keeps getting whacked for 10 bucks a month. If you get 10 people in, that's $100 a month in residual income flowing in your pocket. If you get 100 people in, that's $1,000 a month flowing into your pocket, a residual passive income. Now you do have an attrition rate where people are always quitting. You have to keep making these videos and keep marketing and doing the launches. But there is a point you can do a customer value ascension ladder where at some point you're selling, $1,000 or $2,000 things, big live events. And now you could be pulling in 30, 40, 50, 60 grand a month. I know guys that pull in 50,000 a month personally, and I know of people that make $1 million a month doing this. This is how you bypass and you go quantum. You get out of the linear world of working or building shit with your hands, and now you become the fucking lawnmower man. And now you're like, if you want a time machine, if you want a cloning machine, this is how you do it. While you're sleeping, while you're sick, throwing up, or taking a shit, you can have 1,000 videos of you and all over the internet when you were happy as fuck on 8 cups of coffee, be like, what up now? My life is great now, we crushing it. You can have 1,000 of you selling. So I want to have a sales team of 1,000 Keiths, motivating, inspiring, and helping people and making them laugh and selling them shit while I'm sleeping or taking a shit. And you can have that now by the power of taking out your fucking cell phone and making videos. But the problem is, like the snowball effect, you gotta start out really, really small and do it a long time for free and make no money and pull your hair out and it doesn't work. And little by little by little by little by little by little, you finally get to the point where you're making thousands of dollars a month doing this shit. And by the time you get here, your dad disowned you, your fucking wife divorced you, you fucking got permanent bags under your eyes, your hair went gray, and your life sucks. Then you're this guy on the internet like Brian Tracy, the famous motivational speaker, said, some people, by the time, you have to be very careful to not put this stuff before your family, before your creator, because by the time you actually do climb the mountain of success, you're so exhausted that you can't even enjoy it. gotta be careful with that. And how do you get around and circumvent all that bad shit happening? Is by, which is a whole nother video, I'm not gonna do that right now, but it's by getting really, 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 really tuned in to God's plan in your life. God's plan, your core purpose, your passions, your destiny. So these are called concentric circles. Right in the middle of all that, of finding out what your life's true purpose, passion, destiny, your missions, and your mandates in life. When you find out really, really clearly what you were meant to do, and knowing your role, and playing that role, and connecting with other people who do similar things, your Fab Five, like your top 5 people around you, is the sooner you get on that path, is the sooner that you build the courage and the guts, because now you know your life's purpose. You're rooted in your death. You know you're gonna die one day, and it's very important. So the sooner you get on this path, is the sooner you get better at learning how to say no. No, I'm not fucking going to that job anymore. No, I'm not putting up with this person's bullshit anymore. No, I'm not letting this family member who's an alcoholic victimize me and treat me like shit. No, I'm not letting this person walk on me or take advantage of me. And no to myself, I'm not gonna stay up all night watching fucking YouTube till 3 o'clock in the morning, which I'm guilty of sometimes. But, or just pissing your life away. You learn how to put structures and boundaries and habits into your life, and all this stuff becomes much more clear, and you can live your life's golden dreams. But you have to learn how to first get very clear, which is a whole nother like life coaching video. But I felt like I should add that in there, because this really revolves around all this. Because a lot of people, some people who become very successful, let's say financially, they totally miss the mark, and they end up missing their life's purpose. And they end up living in this big house with fancy BMWs and Mercedes and cars and shit, and yet they're fucking miserable, and they end up on drugs or commit suicide, or everybody hates them because they were chasing the wrong thing. And that's the spirit of mammon, which is, it's an evil spirit that grabs onto you and makes you just work to get more materialistic things, so you totally have no spirituality in your life, right? So very important. That's the first thing. But anyways, you can't build all this stuff out unless you put systems and structures into everything you're doing, which is you have a content marketing plan. We're gonna shoot 2 to 3 videos a week. How are you gonna do that? You have to put it on the schedule. So you say every Wednesday night after dinner with the family from 7 until 10 p.m., everybody leave me alone. I'm shooting my video and then editing my video, right? Or if I want to do a podcast, I got a podcast every Tuesday night. Everybody leave me alone. I'm doing the podcast. Then you get to the point where you're like me. We're like every single night. My wife and I, we have dinner, Tuesday night date night for 5 years religiously. We've maybe missed 5 date nights in 5 years because we're so busy. We shut everything down. We make popcorn. We eat dinner. We watch a movie. We go out to eat. We have fun. We make love. All that stuff. Tuesday night's date night. I love hanging out with my wife on date night, and that's my excuse to let everything go and actually hang out with my wife, right? But Thursday night, she'll be like, "Hey, let's go to the mall. Will you go to the mall with me?" And I'm like sitting there. I got like 5 meetings and a bunch of stuff. I go, "Are you out of your mind right now? It's Thursday. Date night is Tuesday." She goes, "Jesus." Well, I already canceled my plans last night, and we sit there watching fucking, what is this movie? 50 Shades of Grey. It was actually a good movie, improved my love life in some weird way. I don't know, I loved it. It was dope, man. Then they fucking kept playing the thing on E over and over, and I got sick of it. I had to get back to work. We were going to church every Sunday, then the pandemic hit, and we haven't been to church since. I need to get back in there. But what I'm saying is that, for me personally, I've had to cut out everybody and everything, except for my wife, in order to make this work. Stop letting people walk on me, stop spending time with certain people, and get really fucking focused, because I'm just talking now, I'm just babbling. Anyways, you have the video plan. You have to structure things out, and then, like I have with my video editors in Russia. I have 3 video editors. The one in Russia edits my vlogs. So I shoot the video, take the chip out of the camera, and then I gotta upload it to Dropbox and wait for it to all upload and then give the instructions, and then the guy in Russia edits the video. He sends it back and it goes onto YouTube. And then I create the thumbnails because I study thumbnails and they have to be a certain way. I do have a thumbnail creator, but I don't have time to hire his ass because he's another person to communicate with. Then I have another video editor for when we do high-end videos that are like brand deal videos. He comes out with professional cameras. His name is Quentin, and he comes out and I'm just the actor and he produces the whole video. He costs a lot of money and he edits the whole video and he does that. Then I have another video editor who specifically specializes in doing long form videos. So whenever I fly around the country and I speak on stages and there's video cameras, let me get rid of this. Hey honey, I'm like live on camera right now, standing in front of the camera. Alright, bye. I turn my phones off on Sundays. And I don't know why my phone was on. Okay, so that video editor, he charges me, he gives me a deal, and I've known him for years. He was a professional video guy for years, and he's a great editor. So I give him like, 80 gigabytes of footage across 3 cameras of me speaking on stage at some live event. Like I'm gonna be the keynote speaker in Vegas 2021 for this national association, and I'm gonna give him all the footage. Sometimes it takes a month or 2 to get all the footage because it takes me so much time to upload all the footage to him, or I have to put it all on a hard drive and go drop it off at his house or mail it to him and then wait for him to process it all and send it back. It's a long process to do all this shit amongst 42 other projects. You got projects that are quick little projects from posting stuff to long projects that take 4, 5, 6 months. You have all these conflicting and integrated different projects all going on, and you need a workflow. Now, aside from that, my other virtual assistant, Zylil, I can't even pronounce her name. She's from China, but she's awesome. She takes my content and she's chopping it all up on social media and spitting it out. And she's putting it on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and all that. And she's doing hashtag, what the fuck is that called? Research, and growing my Instagram audience. And she knows what she's doing because we've been working together for a while. But she's like my 5th virtual assistant. My other virtual assistant, she manages my podcast. She takes my podcast show when I actually do a real podcast or syndicate the podcast by sucking the audio off the videos. She puts my sponsors in, which are like, I'm hooked up with companies that pay me money and affiliate deals to put the ads inside of the podcast. So like halfway through the podcast it goes, are you looking for a marketing system to fucking make your life amazing? Go to Radius Bomb, hashtag Keith. Shit like that. So I hire a professional voiceover artist from Atlanta who's a radio guy, and then he does it, and this is a whole big crazy thing. But she edits my podcast. Why am I telling you all this shit? Because I'm trying to help you understand that you can't do all this shit yourself. I'm getting exhausted. I need a chicken sandwich. Okay.
It is going on about an hour.
Oh, an hour? I love this new camera. It's literally not stopping. It keeps going. This is crazy. Okay, so the podcast editor, she does the podcast and she loves doing it. And then I also have my website integrator and designer. She is literally taking and building out the sales pages and building all this shit, right? And then I have a project manager, and her job is to manage all the virtual assistants, which we're getting that going right now, to make sure it all flows. And then I have a graphic designer who designs the graphics for all the cool shit on the website. And I don't know, that's how it works. So the next step is I need somebody to help me film the information and then take the chip out of the camera and upload it to the editors and communicate with the project manager and then help upload the footage into the website and integrate all this stuff and fly around the fucking country with me and help me do all this shit so we can touch all these people's lives and help all these Joes and integrate our life purposes. Because when you come to live events and you have people coming up to you, hugging you and crying and wanting to take pictures with you, I go to these live events and I've had up to 70 people standing in a line for 3.5 hours just to shake my hand and take pictures with me. Some of them cry, but most of them are just grown-ass men. They want to take pictures. They tell me their life stories of how my videos and social media content has changed their lives, prevented suicides, helped them start their business, helped their marriage, and that's all worth it. So when people look at me and they go, how come you don't have a job at Chrysler or the Big Three, or you don't drive a truck? Uncle Don fucking drives a truck and he makes $38 an hour. Uncle Don has $1.3 million in his fucking 401k. Why don't you do what Uncle Don does? Fuck Uncle Don. Sorry, I love Uncle Don, but I don't want to do what Uncle Don does. Okay, hey, listen. Oh, how come you don't do this? What I'm getting at is that you feel all this pressure from people in life that tell you gotta fucking go to school, work hard, get good grades, and get a fucking diploma and stick it up on the wall and get a nice, safe, secure job and just work 40 years until you hopefully retire and die. I don't know what you feel, but I feel a very deep calling on my life, because I'm gonna die one day, to help as many people as possible to walk over my back like a bridge, and I'll suffer it out. Like Jesus died on a cross. Think about this guy. This guy literally loved people unconditionally, made him carry a cross up a hill to his own crucifixion, while they were whipping him and spitting on him and cursing him and beating him, and he still loved them. And this boss-ass dude carried across his own death cross up a hill, and then they put nails through his hands and feet, and they crucified him, and he was bleeding to death with the sun beating on him, and still was forgiving everybody that was doing that to him. I'm not trying to tell you what to believe, but that dude is like the ultimate role model. So the greatest thing a man can do with his life is to give it away as a gift. You have a mission and a mandate and this purpose to touch as many people, if you have this calling in your life, and help as many people and make the world a better place before you die, and to leave a legacy. And I think that everything should revolve around that. And if you're not a fucking normal person, you don't want to be like everybody else and just piss away your life, or working so hard so you can get a big house and get nice fancy cars so you can say, look at me, Hong Kong, I got a fucking BMW. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit if you got a fucking Rolex on and you're wearing fucking Gucci. Nobody cares. And if anything, they're gonna rob your ass, or they're gonna look at you like you're a pompous asshole. Unless, do you know what I'm saying, man? That hurt. That was harder than I thought. All right, this movie's over. Do the shit, man.
Here, look at this fat guy compared to this right here. What he's trying to say is, I think, is he's the Gary V, the new Gary V. I'm the new D-Rock. Let's do this.
Dude, I'm down. I'm seriously down.
Okay.
We could travel, make money together, and help change people's lives.
That's what they do on the internet. There's a whole bunch of people on the internet that does this. But if you don't follow the right person to get you there and give you all the right stuff and all the right connections, then you're never gonna make it on the internet. And if you listen to this guy, he's got the information.
You know what I like? The dude who's already making millions trying to give you basic advice. If I can't relate to your struggles and the hard things that you go through, and I can't relate to, then okay, so I know that I'm fucking weird. People, my friends, when they introduce me to their friends or their family members, they actually have to warn them before they introduce. Listen, Keith is coming over. I know you never met him, but I just have to warn you, Keith is not a normal person. And then I'm just weird, but I'm authentically being myself. And if you don't like me, you don't like me. But some people just love me on the internet, and they when they meet me in person, they're like, dude, Keith Kalfas, I watch your videos. They're so excited to meet me because I am comfortable being my weird, authentic self, and just being that weird person who's weird and cracks jokes and like runs off camera. I'm ADD, I'm crazy, because there's a part of them that relates to that because they're like that too, and they want to be that way themselves. I'm not saying I'm like the guy or I'm cool or anything. Like I'm fucked up, bro. But what I'm saying is, be yourself with the volume turned all the way up. And if you want to make it on social media and you want to attract an audience, like sometimes people talk shit on me and they're like, Keith's weird, he's out there, he's crazy, is this guy on drugs or something? Well, I have 20 million views on the internet and a successful business, and all my bills are paid, my taxes are paid, and my shit's legit. And when it comes down to business, I deliver. And I am successful. And the numbers don't lie, and the numbers show that what I'm doing is getting a good response and it's helping people. So get in where you fit in. There's something so authentic about you that you have to live and be yourself with the volume turned all the way up. Because if you're not and you're fake and you're trying to like fit yourself into some mold that other people want you to be, even if you do become successful, it's not really successful because now you don't have the freedom to authentically be your own creative self. Because now you've spent all this time not being yourself, that if you all of a sudden break out one day, but I'm just gonna be myself, people are gonna be like, whoa, what happened to you? Like, we don't wanna work with you anymore. You're like, you just have to be yourself in the beginning. And the people that you attract naturally is the people that support you and got your back. And that, like, I got friends in this industry, they know me and they love me for me, and they know the real me. That's who you gotta be, is the real you. And the sooner you just be the real you, is the sooner you will attract the right people in your life to help you get where you want to go. Like, that's what it's all about. All right, that video's over. It's the big red button.
Big red?
There's one up here, and then there's one here, and it stops it.